Hey, how you all going? It's Jai, that Aussie metal guy here with crank.com and with that metalstation.com. And today I'm getting to have a chat with musician Christian Bernadac out of Canada. Some of you might know of him from his work from All Misery, but he plays some really amazing guitar and instrumental bits that are just unreal, man, and blow me away. Like I'm really glad to have come across this. It's one of these things where I do this a lot, and I'm constantly coming across bands and artists and musicians like yourself that just blow me away and see how good this scene is. So thanks for making some time to have a chat with me, man.
Well, thanks to you, man. And it's a pleasure to be here with you because I guess this is when your music is crossing like countries and cultures and stuff. I mean, it feels pretty good, man. And hearing you saying that you like my music and the music I do as a solo player and my band, my death metal band, it's crazy, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So how did you originally? I'm pretty keen to find out about your history with guitar. Can you tell me when and how did you first start playing guitar? Can you tell me the story behind that?
Yeah, well, I was 15 years old, and my sister was like, she was kind of worried because I was just playing video games, and that was my thing. I mean, I think it still is my thing, but she actually told me that maybe guitar could be a good way to invest time and learning new stuff and that kind of stuff you do when you have a little brother and you want you want him to make some really good stuff instead of playing video games all day. So I actually started playing guitar, and it just I couldn't leave it. It was like an addiction, and I was really practicing like I don't know, like 10 hours a day for 8 years, I guess. I mean, that was all what I was doing, and after a lot of time I started like composing my own stuff and having a serious band and actually doing my own solo stuff. Like I was kind of experimenting with new sounds and trying to express myself even without a band, trying to make the instrument to really talk to people without words. And it just came out pretty natural.
Yeah, and I suppose playing lots of video games as well, your fingers are already ready for this, mate. Like you've been practicing for years, ready to get into the guitar there.
Yeah, I just play video games, I just can't leave it as well.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's for sure. I think video game nerds and metalheads get a bit of a bum rap at times, but we're pretty introverted, cool people. That's for sure. Just kicking back, playing metal, playing video games, listening to metal.
Yeah. Actually, even in video games, the music it's pretty sick right now. If you have heard about the soundtrack of Doom, it's like one of the most heaviest soundtracks in video games. And I don't know if you know about Anup Sastry, the drummer.
Yep.
He is and this guy and Nolly from Periphery, and they both did the soundtrack for the Devil May Cry 5, and it's pretty sick. I mean, it's not music for video game; it's just awesome music,
Yeah. Oh, can I ask, how did this progress from you sitting around playing guitar? Can you tell me about the first band you got in? Was it All Misery? Did you go straight into All Misery, or tell us a little bit about your history leading up to now? Like,
yeah, well, I started like I don't know as everyone, I guess, playing with I don't know your local friends, in small venues and shitty gear and stuff, you know how it is at first. And then I started like playing for a lot of bands for a moment in my life. I was like playing black metal, emo stuff. I mean everything. I was trying to absorb anything music related at the time. And after a few years, I met the guys of what now is called Misery.
Yep.
And we kind of had this vision of having a really serious band, a band that is not like a hobby or I don't know, like a garage band or anything. So we kind of took really serious the touring and the production side of having a band. And we're here we are now. Like we have been touring Europe, Southern America, Canada, and Mexico, obviously. And if it wasn't because of the pandemic, we should be touring right now.
Yeah, that would have really knocked you around a fair bit as well, that pandemic, because I've spoken to a few bands that were ready to tour and had tours booked and albums and everything like that, and they've had to kind of lock down like the rest of the world. It's the one time where we've all kind of been in the same boat together, regardless of where we are in the world, and they've had to think of other ways to do it. So is that what happened with your solo project? You're like, okay, and All Misery is off the cards at the moment. We can't tour, we can't do anything, but I want to work. I want to be creative. Is that kind of how this all come about, that you jump back in and doing some more solo work?
Yeah, well, with my solo project, I actually, I took some guys that are really good musicians. The drummer is called Ramiro Carreon, and our bass player, he's called Alejandro, but we all call him Jackie. That's his nickname. And I actually met these guys like I don't know, like 6 or 7 years ago, and I knew I was going to do something with these guys besides Al Misery, but I wasn't like I didn't have my mind, like clear enough to actually decide that I was going to do my solo stuff with people. So after a few years, I would say, let's do it. I need to do it, and I was kind of starting to lose myself. I don't know if like when you start doing something and suddenly all the things you do sound the same.
Yes.
And I need like a few hands on me. So these guys really helped me. And we were supposed to play a few shows last year, but the pandemic didn't do well for us. And we're actually like just focusing on doing new music, some videos, and well, actually, I'm like trying to keep both Old Mystery and my project like at the same level of of creativity and time and effort and stuff.
Yeah.
But at least pandemic really helped us. I think it really helped all musicians to kind of took the studio again, because you're not going to play massive shows in a while. So at least the best thing you can do is release more music, promote yourself a little more.
Yeah, promote yourself a lot more. And it must be good, as you were saying, to go from All Misery to jump into your solo project as well and have that creative flow, and you're not doing just full death metal and deathcore stuff all the time and slam with, All Misery. You're able to jump over to and just make these real proggy, instrumental. DJ Anti's just got little bits of everything, and riffs, man. You were extremely talented on guitar. You could just sit there and listen to your riff all day like that, man. It's really cool.
Well, thanks, man. Well, that's really flattering, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, can you and your first solo album, what was it like making that one? Can you tell me a little bit about that? What did that come out 2017 roughly, I believe? Yeah.
2017.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and that was the time when I was trying to define myself as a musician more than a guitarist, because that actually I made everything on that album. I did drums, I did the bass, and the arrangements and everything, and it kind of defined what I am right now. Actually for a whole year I just practiced my album, so anything I play sounds like, at least I think it sounds like me. And I think that's the goal, because most guitar players kind of are pursuing the playing fast or being technical and stuff, but there's always some guys like that are better than you. I mean, you can't beat any modern guitar player, actually.
Yeah.
And yeah. The best thing you can do is trying to sound like yourself, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's it. And hopefully people like what you're doing and can connect to that as well.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
must
I
be.
mean, you need.
You go.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I was actually speaking with my drummer, and that is always the point where we get in the same, in the same area, where we need to sound like ourselves, but being in a project, trying to express our personalities on an instrument, even if we're playing in the same song.
Yeah, and it
So
must
yeah,
be
it's
good having the
good.
guys with you as well. It must make that a little bit easier. That process as well, having a couple the guys with you as now instead of you having to do it all yourself as well. It must make it a little bit easier where you can go, look, I'm just going to focus on the guitar and my bits, and you bring your bits to the piece, and we all kind of, work this out together.
Yeah, actually, I mean that's a relief for me because I was like struggling with myself. I was doing music, and then I don't know how many songs I just threw to you know, the trash because I just thought that I was sounding exactly the same as always, and that's good. But for a guitar player, like if you don't feel you are progressing, it kind of depress you in some ways. And having musicians that actually pushes you to do some different stuff, it's like the best way to motivate yourself.
Yeah. And can you tell me about the latest single, man, the Illumine one? That one's really cool. And you got a cool film clip with that one as well. He's able to get a film clip done, which is cool because it's you don't see a great deal of film clips being done at the moment. A lot of them being lyric videos. So it's good when you can see a band actually make a film clip and you can see them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, for this single we just released, we actually was pursuing like projecting ourselves as a serious project. And I mean, lyric videos are okay, and streaming videos are okay and stuff. But we actually wanted to people to see that we are now three. I mean, we are now three people doing music, not just me and my guitar and stuff. And I don't know, it just feels more complete.
Yeah, it would feel
So
more complete.
yeah, it feels way better. And I don't know, for people in our countries, here in Mexico where we live, there are not many projects that actually play instrumental stuff besides metal. Actually, I think the few projects that play instrumental are all like riffing and some heavy stuff, and that's okay. That's pretty good. But in Mexico, there is not an scene for what we are doing at the moment. But I think in a year or two, or when people are starting to play live again as normally, I think that the people will start to realize that there is actually a lot of great music projects that are all instrumental.
Oh, there's some great instrumental projects out there, and this is one of them. You can put on like this track, and you get lost in them as well. I like hearing music and lyrics, but I love music. I just love music in general. But when I put on an instrumental album, I can find myself getting really lost in it, and you'll be sitting there and your thoughts are going to go everywhere, but it's all through the music. So it's like sonically that you're going on this journey through the artist as well, but your mind is going a million miles away too. So, and that's a sign of a really great instrumental album for me, where sonically I can go on that journey with the artist as well.
Yeah, I mean, actually, that's the magic of music, where it doesn't matter the country or the culture or anything. If the music is good, if the music is touching your soul, and I mean that's it. That's anything. That's probably the most important thing. I mean, with projects that I don't know, they have singers and stuff. That's okay, but for some people, if they don't listen to music on their own language, they just doesn't engage as much. But with instrumental music, it's just you just need to feel it.
Yeah, you do, regardless of where you are as well. And that's the thing, being able to travel through music. And I even like bands where I can't even understand the language. I still get lost in music like that as well. For me, it's I'm a big musical explorer. So when I get to hear something new, it's like that's why I love doing what I'm doing every day. I'm listening to a new artist. I come across you, and it's for me, it's an absolute joy to hear what's going on in the world. But I want to know, can you tell me how the Mexican music scene is going? I've interviewed a few bands out of Mexico. I know you've got a great metal scene over there and a great music scene, but how is it going through COVID and everything as well? Have you would have been really affected and stuff like that too?
Yeah, well, here in Mexico, I mean, back, I don't know, like 3 years ago, the metal scene, at least, was like, I don't know, was having a huge boom, you know? And I don't know, with this whole trap artists like coming down to Mexico and stuff, uh, some of the audience of metalheads are now, you know, attending to trap shows and stuff, and that's okay. But I don't know. I think the best thing about the Mexican culture is that at least in festivals, people really support, and there is when the people start to realize that there is talent in Mexico. You know, because sometimes I don't know, you buy a ticket for a festival and you're going to see, I don't know, Metallica and stuff, but if there is a band that plays before Metallica and you really knew them, I don't know, before, uh, you realize that there is a good amount of metal bands here in Mexico that needs to be heard. And with the COVID thing, I mean, most festivals are now like canceled. You know, I mean, you can even the last festival we played, it was the Hell and Heaven Metal Fest, and most of the bands from other countries just didn't attend. You know, so it was all Mexican bands basically.
Yeah,
And it was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we need to be playing with great bands from our country as well. So we hope this COVID thing ends ends as soon as possible.
yeah, I know. And what's the local industry like over there, the live scene at the moment? Did you would have had your whole industry kind of shut down as well and kind of cancelled a lot of shows and made it really hard to kind of push forward? And it's going to make it hard as well when this is over, because I don't know what it's like over there, but over here in Australia, we've had venues close up that strictly are playing metal and punk rock, or you know what I mean? And we cop a bit of a bum rap. So going forward, we really need people to get along and support bands from the bottom right up to those big bands. And just listening to it on Spotify isn't going to do it. So when shows do start getting forward, you know, even over in Mexico, they're getting along to these shows and supporting bands, you know, not just going to these big shows. Yeah, it's great to see your big Metallicas and that, but I tell you what, you're going to have the best show when you go to a local gig and you see bands from your country playing, and you're going to have the best experience. They're going to be playing on stage. You go over to the merch stand, they're going to be there going, "Hey, mate," and you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, actually, I mean that's exactly what people should do. You know, start supporting bands even if they're like kind of new or to the scene or anything, because I don't know. I mean, every great band in the world like started just like us. You
Yeah.
know, like playing local gigs and shitty venues and stuff. You know, that's okay. I mean, that's the real deal, because right now, you know, if you have enough money, you can pay like I don't know, for someone to promote your stuff on big magazine and stuff. You know, but I think the real thing is like you know, starting from the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, and everyone get along and supporting the scene from the top up, and it's the only way we're going to have this metal scene strong and going forward is just to support the scene, buy merch, jump into albums like this. Are you working on an EP with this, Christian, or is there an album coming to follow soon, or what's your plan with the solo stuff you're doing?
Yeah, well, in the solo stuff, we're writing a lot of music, and we actually got like kind of stuck with this new single because of the, you know, the whole pandemic stuff. It kind of like took us a really good amount of time to release it, because the guy that was doing our video was kind of worried about the COVID stuff, and you know, it took like some time to actually finish the video, and you know, we all got on the on our mindset that we're not going to play live for a while. We need to be safe. We need to take care of our families and stuff. So we didn't saw each other like, I don't know, for 4 months, I guess, 6, you know, just to prevent any stuff. and we're now back to doing new music and trying to step up the level of our music.
Awesome. That sounds really encouraging. Christian, I look forward to what's coming next. Hopefully we get another chat when you drop in some more music for that. I'd really like to talk some more about this project you got
Sure,
going.
man. I'm totally down.
Awesome. Do you have any last words, shout outs or thank yous you'd like to add in there, my friend?
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, thank you really for having me here, because talking with people from other countries and stuff is always good. It's always good to know that in other countries your music is touching people. And I really appreciate that. And if you ever need to come to Mexico or anything, just let me know. Just let me know. I can we can have some beers or anything.
We'll have some beers and go see some metal, my friend.
Yeah, exactly, man.
That's awesome. Christian,
and yeah, thanks for the invitation.
I look forward to it, man. That would be really bloody cool. Everyone, go check out Christian's music, Christian Bernadac. Go type it into your little browser. Go check it out. Turn it up loud for the neighbors. Go grab some more misery. Just do a massive session with some Christian Bernadac and some more misery. It'll crank your day up. Christian, thank you very much, my friend. You have a great day.
Thanks a lot, man.
Cheers, brother.
Here, man.
Cheers. Hey, legends, how the bloody hell are you going? If you like that interview and you want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe. Keeps me doing what I'm doing and make you a bloody legend. Ripper. Too right, mate.